Hey guys, Todd Knapp here. I am on the show floor at NERCOMP 2018. Actually, walking around the show, I bumped into a longtime partner. 10 years, I think we've been doing business with you guys. This is Josh. Josh is from Veeam Technologies. Those of you who have had a network built by Envision are going to know that name because we've been rolling that software for a very long time. Veeam was great to loan us Josh for a couple of minutes to tell us a little bit about what's coming down the line. But before we do that, Josh, your background, without giving away where you used to work, you only actually been at Veeam for a couple months, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so what did you do, not who did you do it for, but what did you do in your past life?
I was an infrastructure manager, so I manage, I manage my virtual stack, Cisco UCS environment, Exchange administrator, you name it, I was responsible for it.
Yeah, so a man after my own heart. This guy's an engineer, and as I understand it, when you decided that you were ready to move on from being, in the same company, I think for like almost 10 years, yep. You took a look at your product portfolio that you were working on in your own environment.
That's right. And
said, what's the coolest thing I'm working with, and decided to go to work there, and you ended up at Veeam. Yes?
That's right, yes.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
All right, so you're now in engineering over at Veeam, or pre-sales engineering. Tell us what the greatest new thing coming down the line is going to be. What should we look for?
I think the greatest new thing coming down the line is probably going to be the CIFS and the NAS backup.
Yeah.
I'm not going to promise when it's going to be out. The short answer is when it's ready, we're going to release it.
Fantastic. And so for those of you who may not know what we're talking about here, CIFS and NAS backup. So right now, today, your product backs up virtual infrastructure. That's,
yes.
of course, where we started with it.
Yep.
You back up physical servers.
Yes, we do.
So when we talk about CIFS and NAS backup, we're saying, can we go directly to the storage and grab the files from there?
Yes.
Awesome. But I also know that there are some features coming out that you guys have release dates planned for.
Yep.
Why don't you tell us about that? What's coming out?
So coming out in the short term, we're going to expand our 365 support. We're going to add OneDrive and SharePoint in addition to Exchange for 365.
Fantastic. So you'll be able to go directly to my O365 deployment and grab my files that are sitting there.
That's right.
So what I'm getting out of this, and I'm sort of summarizing here for everybody, but we've got the physical servers, we've got the on-premise virtual servers, we're already grabbing Office 365 email in the cloud, we're talking about CIFS and NAS coming out so we can get directly from the storage, and now you're telling me we also have SharePoint and also OneDrive directly from the cloud.
That's right.
That sounds like all the data.
Yes, it is.
So, just a little pro tip moment here, since we got a guy who's been using the product for 10 years. What do you think the most underutilized feature in your product is?
I'd say the most underutilized has got to be Share Backup.
Share Backup. So I know what Share Backup is, but I'm betting some people out there don't. Describe it to us.
So Share Backup is how Veeam will test your backups for you. We're going to take your backup files, we're going to spin them up in a virtual lab, make sure that VM boots up, give it a ping test, make sure the applications respond. We're doing the dirty work that nobody ever likes to go back and do. We're going to test that backup so you know it's ready to go when you need it.
Like in the old days when we used to use tape drives and the tape would back up and then it would do a temp restore and verify the file integrity.
Yep.
Now we can actually do this with our virtual backups. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Well, listen, I know you got a show to get back to here. Josh, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Fantastic advice, great pro tip. And guys, as always, if you want to learn more, you can go right on Veeam's website, www.veeam.com, and you'll find lots of information, or you can reach out to your friends over here at Envision. We'll be glad to tell you more about it. Probably could even get you connected with this guy.